Are you taking photos and noticing that the colors look a little strange? The problem is incorrect white balance. In this video, you are going to learn why white balance is so important and how to set it on a Nikon D5200 or similar Nikon DSLR camera. Later on in the video, I'm going to talk to you about a camera setting that will change the way you think about white balance. Don't go away. Hi, I'm Barry from Photographer's Freedom. I am a middle-aged, balding man who does YouTube videos about the Nikon D5200 and other similar Nikon DSLR cameras. If that interests you and you think you can stand to stare at my balding head in the future, please subscribe to the channel. And if you do subscribe, please watch future videos. Only 1.4% of people who subscribe to this channel actually bother to watch future videos. So please don't subscribe unless you can commit to this relationship. Different light sources have different color temperatures. These are measured in Kelvin, indicated by a capital K. Low color temperatures are considered to be warm as they cast an orange light such as that at sunrise or sunset. High color temperatures are considered to be cool because they have a bluish cast, such as the light in the midday sun or a daylight bulb in your home. These different color temperatures have the effect of making anything white in a photograph look like it's not white at all. Our brains automatically adjust our eyes so that white looks white no matter what temperature of light we're viewing it under. If your camera gets confused about what white should be in any given photograph, then your photos can turn out to look unnatural or not true to life. If you're shooting video with your DSLR, the white balance setting is crucial. We will look at how to set it manually later in the video. The options for white balance in your camera are auto, incandescent, fluorescent, direct sunlight or daylight, flash, cloudy, shade, and preset manual. I suggest you never use the auto setting. Your camera will do an okay job of adjusting the white balance to suit any given situation, but it will do it at any given moment in a shoot. Take a look at these bird photos I took recently. Now these were taken with my Sony A6400, but this just shows you how auto white balance will adjust the settings from moment to moment. It was a sunny day when I took these photos and I had forgotten that I had auto white balance set. You can see the difference between these two pictures. These were taken moments apart and they just don't look the same. The colors aren't true to life because the camera chose the wrong white balance setting for the second image. Let's check out some different lighting situations and I'll show you how to set your white balance for each. Here I am in a room with incandescent lighting. These globes have a filament inside that heats up and produces a light temperature of between 2600 and 2700 Kelvin. What light balance setting do I need here? Incandescent, of course. I select it by pressing the I button, scrolling to white balance settings, pressing the OK button. Then I can scroll with the multi-selector to incandescent, press OK to select it. Alternatively, I can go into the menu button, to the shooting menu, which has the camera icon, go across and scroll down to white balance, press OK or the right hand side of the multi-selector, and then find incandescent in the list and press OK to select it. Photos taken with the wrong white balance setting in this situation will look like this. Now I'm in a room with fluorescent lighting. These lights have Kelvin values ranging between about 3000 and 5000. What white balance setting do I need here? If you guessed fluorescent, you are correct. To select it, I press the I button, then scroll across to white balance settings, press the OK button, then I can use the multi-selector to choose fluorescent and press OK. I can also select it in the white balance settings within the shooting menu as I did with incandescent. You can see this fluorescent white balance icon has a number on it. When I'm here inside the white balance menu, you will see there is a tiny arrow on the right hand side of the fluorescent option. If I press the right side of the multi-selector, you'll see I get a whole list of fluorescent lighting options in here. If you know the type of fluorescent globes you have, you can use this part of the menu to select the correct white balance for the corresponding lights. You select them by pressing OK, and the icon will reflect which option you have selected. Make sure next time you use this white balance option that you check which number is displayed. Photos taken in this situation with the wrong white balance will look like this. Now I'm outside in the sun. What white balance setting do you want to use here? Of course, it's direct sunlight or daylight. Now, most of the time when you're outdoors, you can set your white balance to direct sunlight and happily shoot away regardless of the lighting conditions. This is what I've always done and I've never had any problems. That being said, I do shoot using raw image quality. I'll explain the benefits of that later in the video, but if you're shooting JPEGs, you will want to change your white balance for shady or cloudy conditions. Follow the steps we've covered previously to set your direct sunlight white balance. Photos taken using the wrong white balance settings under these conditions will look like this. This time I'm taking photos indoors with a flash. Well, obviously the white balance setting you need for this is flash. You do have to be careful with this because oftentimes you will be taking photos with a flash where other light sources are present. Now you don't have to be worried about daylight filtering in through a window because flash and daylight have much the same temperature. Where you do need to be concerned is if you have incandescent or fluorescent lighting in the room as well. In that case, you have mixed light sources and you'll need to set your white balance manually. We'll look at how to do that in a moment. Photos taken indoors with a flash with the wrong white balance setting will look like this. I'm not going to take you through the cloudy and shade white balance settings because I think you get the point now. We're just going to move on to setting your white balance manually. The last option here in the white balance menu is preset manual. This is where you set the white balance using a white balance card or other white object, or copy the white balance from an existing photo. This is a white balance card. It's white on one side and 18% grey on the other. You can get these fairly cheaply on Amazon. You don't have to use one of these. You can just use a piece of white paper. The problem there is that there are many different shades of white paper and each one will give you a slightly different white balance setting. If you want to get yourself a white balance card, I've put links in the description. Now those are affiliate links and if you make a purchase, I may receive a small commission, but what a great way for you to say thank you to me for all the effort I put into bringing you this free video. If you're filming video with your Nikon D5200, you always want to set the white balance using the technique I'm about to show you. Go into the white balance setting on the shooting menu. If you select pre here on the information display, you will simply select the previous manual white balance setting that you set. Find your way into the white balance settings in the shooting menu. Scroll down to preset manual and press the right side of the multi-selector. Here you have the option to measure or use a photo. In this case, we're going to measure it. Place your white balance card under the lighting you will be using. For this video, I'm going to suggest using the grey side. There is much debate online about whether to use the white or grey side. If you want to jump down that rabbit hole, please feel free. But for the purpose of this video, using the grey side will give us a perfectly decent white balance setting. In the camera, press OK while measure is highlighted. You will see this overwrite existing preset data warning, highlight yes and press OK. All you have to do now is take a photo of your white balance card, making sure it fills the frame. You don't have to worry about focusing. If the camera successfully measures the white balance, you will see GD flashing in the lower left of the viewfinder. On the information display, you will see data acquired appear down the bottom. To use a photo to set the white balance, you highlight that option and press the right side of the multi-selector. If you've done this before, the previous image you referenced will appear here. You can click OK to use this image or scroll to select image. From here, you can select any photo on your SD card. This method of setting your white balance is great for situations where you might be shooting in similar lighting conditions over consecutive days. So for example, you might take some photos in your lounge room, you set your white balance for that, then you head outdoors, change your white balance to daylight, take some photos out there. The following day you find yourself back in the lounge room, you can simply reference a photo taken on that previous day to reset your white balance for the lounge. At the start of the video, I said I was going to tell you about a camera setting that would change the way you think about white balance. If you are shooting using the raw image quality setting, which I do recommend, you don't have to worry about white balance. You can change it later in post-processing. This allows you to relax, knowing you're not going to screw up any of your photos. If any of them look bad when you get them into Lightroom or Photoshop or whatever editing software you use, you can simply change the white balance to bring them back to normal. If you're shooting JPEGs, however, getting the white balance right in camera is much more important because you don't have as many options to change it to in post-processing. You can select raw image quality by pressing the I button, navigating to image quality and pressing the OK button. You'll then see you have 7 options. Scroll to the one that says raw and press OK to select it. The photo files taken in the raw image quality setting will be larger than those shot as JPEGs. This means you won't be able to fit as many on your SD card, and you'll also have to find more storage space for them on your computer or hard drives. I have covered a lot of information in this video. Don't worry if you don't understand it all, you can always go back and watch the video again. I've also put chapters in the video so you can skip right to the sections that interest you. Remember those links in the video description. I've linked to white balance cards as well as all the other gear I've used to film this video. You can check out all my other gear from down there in the video description too. Why not check out this video on my channel about how to conquer Nikon DSLR focus modes like a pro. I take you through all the focus modes and explain when to use each one to get the best results for your photos. Until next time, I'm Barry from Photographer's Freedom. Get out there, take some wicked shots, and I will see you soon. Bye.